Signature TV. News in your...
Welcome back. Now we're going to be looking at tourism potentials of Southeast region of Nigeria. Now, Southeast, of course, we know is very rich in a lot of culture, history, and natural beauty. But the thing is, tourism has been largely untapped in this part of the country. So today we're going to be looking at how to harness, these treasures and boost development and attract visitors to the Southeast. And joining me on this conversation this morning is Chioma Obi. She's a travel consultant, managing director, Jans Travel Network, director of Jans Travel Business School, Enugu. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Derek.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Not bad.
All right.
It's been a restful weekend, so
yeah. So now let's talk about tourism, right? We're talking about tourism in the Southeast. So what comes to mind when we say tourism in Southeast Nigeria?
Well, thank you for that question. I think I've been asked that question over and over again, and I would always say the same thing. A lot about tourism in Southeast Nigeria starts from our identity. We're a tribe of people that are resilient, that culturally aware, that we have our uniqueness and a rich culture, heritage. We have our stories, even before the westernization and all that. We have a lot of potential in terms of craft, art, handwork, and all that. So Southeast tourism tells a story about a people of resilience, a people that are hospitable, a people that are hardworking, you understand, and this kind of people that you don't just put them down. They know how to show up every day. That's the spirit of the Igbo man, the Igbo nation as a whole. Southeast tourism has food, it has our stories, it has the way we dress, it has the way we talk, our language. It's rich, you understand, and that's why every time, every day, every year, we should make it a point of duty to tell our stories the way we want the world to hear it, and not the way others want to hear it or others want to tell the story.
Yeah, exactly. So now, how would you describe the current state of tourism in the Southeast?
Well, that's a very good story. I mean, a question. The current state, I would say, on a scale of 1 to 100, I'd place it at 40.
Okay.
Yes, there's a lot that still has to be tapped, and at least I would say 1 to 40, because at least the awareness is beginning to build. It is now that we are beginning to see people come together and call themselves a dance troupe and get dedicated to it. It's now that we're beginning to see our youths come together and tell themselves we want to perform a dance story, or want to tell a story, or put together what would I call it, comedy, using our language, using our attires, and it makes a whole lot of sense. For the challenging part, I would say that there's still a lot to be done. Awareness, first of all. Let's not keep drumming the security situation. Yes, we already know all that. We know that, but beyond the security situation, there's a lot we still can do to promote ourselves to the world. I keep telling people that tourism doesn't start and end with hiking trails.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a lot about creativity, innovation, and that's the reason why this year is taking a different shape in a conference coming up where we're trying to bring forward youths to listen and tell themselves that this is something they can do beyond the challenges.
Yes.
Yes.
So now you've said that, it's largely untapped. From what you said, on a scale of 1 to 100, we are just at 40,
Mm.
and the remaining 60 is just there. So now, as like, why? Because there are other areas in the country that are actually tourists coming, people coming, like Obudu and all the rest. How is it? Why is it that we haven't even, gotten to that point yet where we can say this is a tourist site in the southeast? Why?
Okay. Um, we haven't gotten to that point because I think for a society to move forward, the leaders point the way. Um, our leaders still have a lot to do when it comes to pointing the way and pointing it towards tourism. If you take a cue from other nations, okay, you'll see a scenario where a small fishing village becomes the tourism um, center of the world, or one of the most famous tourism centers of the world. If you also take a cue from other nations, you'll see where their government makes policies, and those policies are geared towards ensuring that this sector is protected, is tapped, is refined, and is standardized in such a way that the world can come and see. So, first of all, we start from, let's say, leadership. We need them to point, we need them to um, see tourism as another sector, find ways, especially with stakeholders involved, find ways to um, reverse a lot of things, put in place policies that would be pointers towards the fact that it's no longer just oil, but this is another sector that can enrich the country, okay, and give us a whole lot of jobs and foreign exchange and visitors. Because yes, when visitors come in, that's where you get the foreign exchange, just like I said. So I'll start from leadership. Secondly, we need to train people to be innovative, to be creative, to think.
Yeah.
The future is already here. Enugu State says tomorrow is here.
Yeah.
So we need to train our youths to think better outside the box, and who better to do it than people who have the experience, who are exposed, have traveled around the world, have seen all of this, and want to now bring it into Nigeria. So we also need to tell our youths that there is money to be made in this sector, individually and as a country. You
Yes.
understand? So I think leadership, training, these are some of the things we need to start looking at when it comes to what is wrong. Okay, then we now come up with the security situation, which for me, I would always say that um, it is not the ultimate, let's put
Yeah.
it that way, because if the leadership decides that, okay, let's do something about tourism, I'm sure that part of the policies would also handle, yes,
Insecurity.
insecurity challenges.
Okay, that's a good one. Now, um, talking still on this, getting people to come and spend money to, look around and experience some very important things in an area. What would you, for you, I'll ask you personally now, in the Southeast, what are those tourist gems that you think that people would want to come and see or want to come and pay money to experience?
Okay. You asked me the same thing like someone who said, what is it? What do we have in the
Yeah.
Southeast? Okay, well, let me tell you. There's a lot. Now, that is the reason why I hammer on creativity and innovation. Um, you talk about what we can come into the Southeast to see, and you forget that our environment, the way it is number one. We don't need to wait until we have put in place all the skyscrapers in the world, because those who have the skyscrapers want to come and see nature the way it is. Okay, I think they have all of that, but right now they are what would I call it? Looking out for something in its virgin state, nature. Okay, looking out for a place where they can connect to. Okay, um, an environment that brings out uh, the beauty, or brings out that part of them that it's not in the bustling and the hustle of the
Yeah.
world. Okay, now you we have our food. We have the abacha, and then we have the ayaraya, and then we have the ofunubu, and then we have okpa. And these are the kind of things they want to eat.
Yeah.
Now, if we have visitors or we have tourists coming and we're taking care of tourists and putting them through Enugu, you find out that they are not. They'd rather they rather want you to put them in a place like the huts in Ufobi, Africa Center. That is what they are looking out for. They want to go not to the places you have made beautiful, but those places that have the palms, those places that you sit on wood, those places that you get to sit on mats. Do you understand? And eat our bush meat or the palm wine the way it is, not even with your cups, but in the gourds, okay, the palm
Yeah.
wine gourd. So originality is what we have. We still have that. Nature is what we still have, okay. Um, uh, Tourism is still in its natural state, and that is what they are looking for. So if we are looking to harness, we don't need to start changing our environment per se. We just need to add the touch-ups, and don't even add the touch-ups in such a way that you remove it
Yeah. Original
from
state.
its original state. But let's say enhance. It's like telling a woman to make up and to enhance her face or something like that. So um, we do not need what we think should be what tourism is, as what they want, the Burj Khalifa and the Eiffel Tower
Yeah.
and all that. No,
Yeah.
ours is different, ours is unique, and we need to project it the way it is.
Yeah, okay. So now let's talk about, tourism investors and entrepreneurs. Now, would you say that there are any private investors that are looking into investing in tourism in the Southeast, or do you think that, they play any role in helping to improve the tourism situation?
Okay, you have to clean your house before you can invite visitors to come in. And I would say, you know what I told you about the 1 to 40, and
Yeah.
okay, I would say that yes, we have in this short space of time from 2003 to 2005. This is the second edition of the Domestic Tourism Conference. And within this time, we've had a lot of people show interest. Oh, things like this actually exist. We didn't know, you
Mm-hmm.
understand? And then the next question is, how do we get involved? Okay. But before you call in investor, just like you said, you must have kept your books and your house in order. So that's where we come in again with innovation. Now, we want our people to, first of all, what is it that you can offer? Identify what you can offer. Why is it unique? We're working this year with a cultural troupe, okay? And the cultural troupe has been there for a while. They've been able to um, harness what they have. You find out that a lot of dances in Igbo land were actually forgotten, and they've been able to resurrect those dances, you understand, and are now showcasing it in such a way that everyone wants a dance performance for a funeral. Everybody wants a dance performance for a marriage or
Mm-hmm.
any event.
Yeah.
Okay, that is number one. Now, when you're done putting your house together, that is when you can expect investors. So if you do not tell people what you have, how do you expect investors to come in? How do you expect them to know that you are there? Okay, you have to say, here I am, for them to say, okay, yes, there you are. Okay, now, um, yes, there are investors who are ready, okay, to come into what we have, especially when they see that is original and unique. But how well have we been able to refine it, make it unique, make it our brand, make it different for them to come in? This 2 years has actually told us that yes, if you're ready, there are people who are ready to listen to you.
Yeah. Okay, so now you've mentioned about the conference. So can you throw more light on what exactly the conference is for and what it aims to achieve?
Okay, the aim of the conference is better to throw light on our uniqueness as a people. Over the years, since I started as a travel professional, I did a lot about outbound tourism
Okay.
until I got to understand from traveling that we are what we have. We don't need to wait until we have everything before we start selling. Now, also experience as a travel professional handling foreign tourists, especially in Enugu here, also taught me that what we have is what they want to see. What we have is what they are looking for. So, first of all, it's to create the awareness. We have the potential. We need people to come in. We need policies that would refine the sector. Secondly, to tell ourselves, tell the youths that are coming in that come, um, what you see or what you think is trivial is actually what you're supposed to hold dear. To place value on our food, our wares, as our dressing, our culture, our whatever it is that makes us unique, our language, okay? And thank God a lot of things are beginning to happen. The language is getting a whole lot of awareness everywhere. Okay, now, first of all, let us tell our story the way we should tell it, the way the world is supposed to hear it, not the way the Westerners want to put it together,
Yeah.
to shove it down our throats, okay? That's number one. Let us give value to our culture, our art, okay? Now, when we are done with this, then we can tell the world to come and see. But we need to bring it out and show it to the world to see. Okay, we need to put it on a platter, make it beautiful for the world to see. So, Domestic Tourism Conference comes in as an awareness creation platform, a platform to um, showcase creativity, innovation, reward creativity and innovation among those who have been in it for a while. Okay, last year we even recognized Torbadi, okay, who has been, I think he's just known for hikings and all that, and is busy getting a lot of youths into it and all that. And yes, he got some kind of recognition, and it was just to tell him that we see what you do, we love what you do, keep doing what you're doing. Okay. Now, the conference last year did more about asking the sectors within the industry to come together to synergize. This year, we're celebrating our art and culture.
Okay.
So the theme of this year is the future of domestic tourism, celebrating our art and culture, for which the first day we get to sit down and talk about issues within the sector. How do we harness? How do we move forward? What is there in the future? A lot of things have gone by and we're still here. How do we get there? Now, the second day is like, okay, these are the things we have. Okay, these are the things we have, our tradition being displayed in the most graceful way. Okay, for us to find and see the value in it and show the world, just like I keep saying. Last year we did something like a palm wine tasting competition, because I've always heard the beer fest and the beer competition and all that. So we decided to bring it in and create that palm wine tasting competition. And when I tell people that Ebonyi State won, they'll be wondering, why would Ebonyi State win? You understand? So, but you have people come in and taste, okay, palm wine from different, and this year we're making it a lot bigger, okay, a lot bigger. We have the dance drama, telling stories. We have partnerships we are going into just to make the event one of its kind.
Yes.
So, yes, that the Domestic Tourism Conference, I think it's a very important event that would definitely give shape to the sector, especially in Southeast.
All right, that's a really great one. Now, looking at the creative space, when it comes to Nollywood, the actors, the movies, fashion, the music industry. Now, all these creatives have, in one way or another, taking our culture and our art, to the global scene, to the foreign scene, and, a lot of people are picking interest in it. Now, would you say that this has helped in one way or another in bringing people into the country, or particularly Southeast now? And do you think that, they can do more to bring people in?
I think they can do more. I think that when they are telling the stories, they should not tell only the negative sides.
Okay.
When you're telling the stories about our Dibia, don't tell the stories. Don't tell only the part where the Dibia is supposed to make someone do something he doesn't want to do, or things like that. Also tell the part where that Dibia heals someone who is ill. Where the Dibia makes something better that wasn't there before. So these are some of the things. I think that they should do more about showcasing the originality of art, our culture, because they are the storytellers we have. So it is what you tell that the world will hear. So, and that's why we have some of them here at the conference this year, because it's important to let them know that you're the ones telling the story that the world will hear, and creating those images that the world will see. It's just like growing up, or when I watch films on Mama G.
Okay.
When I watch films on Mama G, and then with time, my psyche, my mind, everything about when I see her in a film will be this mother-in-law that is so wicked, that is always wicked. So they are the ones that create the image, okay, in the minds of people, especially those who are not here to see what the environment looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think they should do more about the positive stories. Also, our social media, because they use it a lot. I think our social media should somehow be refined. I know that you can't hold people from talking, but awareness, tell them that what you're putting forth is negative, and the ripple effect is something you won't know how far it will go, and things like. I think constant information will help people understand the depth of when they take a picture and post it and it is negative, how far it goes. Bad news travels faster, or good news takes time. So I think they have a lot. They still have a lot to do. Yes, they still have a lot to do. Somehow these days it looks like they're beginning to shift from showcasing, telling the cultural stories. I think they should come back to it. Yes, I think they should come back to it. Kemowu, Mama G, they did a lot about that. So kudos to the brothers from the West. They also do a lot, especially when putting it out on Netflix and all that. Yes, so these are some of the ways they can
help
and
do better.
Yes, make the industry a better one. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Chomobi, for this lovely conversation.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I do look forward to when Southeast will be a tourist hub.
It's going to happen. It will take time, but it will happen.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. And the morning show will be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
The way we see the world shapes the way we change it. Gender isn't just a checkbox, it's a lens, one that helps us understand the world more deeply and act more fairly. Gender Perspectives, a program for those ready to see more, do more, and be more. Designed to challenge assumptions, ignite conversations, and build inclusive solutions across every sector of society.
We are not, fighting the men. We are not saying we are equal in terms of rights. We're only asking they should recognize our existence.
Join us on Gender Perspectives, showing every Saturday by 4 p.m. Repeat every Wednesdays by 5 p.m. and Thursdays by 3 p.m. Change begins with perspective. Let's widen yours.